So in AutoCAD, you can define the text either as a single line text or a multi-line text. So we talked about the annotative objects, so we'll be doing more annotative objects like the leader, the hatch, and other thing. But the one thing in the mind is text is also an annotative object. So let's see how we write a text and what are the correct way of writing the text in a CAD. So to write a text, go to the drawing, and let's say if I want to write a text. So here in this annotate tab, so you have this two text. One is a single line text and the other is the multi-line text. So the single line text, as a name says, that this text is basically used to write a single line. For example, to write this text, you need to have the start point of the text or justify or style. There are two options, and at the top you can see that there are certain text styles that is over here. So it talks about what is the text styles. I say room tag. What is the text height? It is 0.2 inch. What is the annotative? It is annotative or not, or it is justified. For this, let's say because we are doing a text, let us understand it from the point of view of alignment. So let me create a line over here, and let's say I want to keep a text height of 9 inches. So I put a text capping over here. So now let us understand how the text is written. So I want to write some text in this particular line at this moment. So I start with the single line text and say single line, and it says about the start point of the text. So I say this is the start point, and here it says what is the text height. I say the text height is 9 inches. So I create, and it's asked about the rotation angle. Are you want to write the text in 0 degree or in the 90 degree or into 180 degree? How you want to write? So I say the rotation angle is 0. Then I say, okay, write the text. So I say that I want to write the text as the AutoCAD course, right, for civil engineers. So now you can see that there is a base of this particular text in which it, and there is a small letter, there is a bottom of it, there's a top of it, and there is a center of it. So we'll be talking about these, but this is the baseline of the text. So once you write the text, there is a point that is developed. There's a grid point over here by which you can move the text. Now let's say, let us type something else. So to write the text, you can also use a command called DT. So I go to the week 4 challenge. So DT is the shortcut for writing the text. You can write DT or text, whatever you want. So here, so you have the start point, then you have the text height. Let's say I want to have the text height as 9 inches, and let's say I want to write something like okay, rotation angle is 90 degree. So press enter. So you write AutoCAD. So now you see that the text is written in the 90 degree. So now you can see if you select it and go to the properties, now here you can change the rotation angle and make it to 0. So not all the properties of the text will be written over here. Like the content, you can change the content from here. Let's say in case of AutoCAD, you want to write civil. So just pull it over here and write civil, and it will change. Then there are certain styles I will discuss about. Then you have the justification. In case of 9 inch, you want to make it 12 inch. So you can change the height to 12 inch. And there's a basically a width factor. If you, let's say, push the width factor to 2, you can see that the text will stretch. Or if you make the width factor 2.5, the width will narrow down. So you can change the width factor and narrow or stretch the text. Or then you can have the obliquing angle, like you can tilt it at a 45 degree angle or a 30 degree angle. So this is how you can basically do some modification in the text that you have written. Then you have the justification option over here. So let's say you have got a lot of justification option. So I will be covering some of them. Now you see that line is over here. Now let's talk about the different justification point. So you have this base of this text is this is the base, and let's say if I change the height to 9 inches because I have the marker at 9 inches. So okay, this is the top, this is the base, and you have the middle. Let's say 4.5 inches is the center. So I take an offset of 4.5. So here you are. So this is the middle of the text, and then if you write something, let's say I change the text, I have a letter like I write G over here, small g. So this is the bottom of the text. So you can see that there are different different justification in the text over here. So let's say if I want to have the justification changed, so what I do, I go to the properties, select it, and go to the properties. In case of left, I make it justified right. So see what will happen. The text will move and it will be justified right because the control point is here. If I make the justification as middle, now you can see this point, because you have given the starting point, it comes to the middle. Now if I give the justification to top left, now you can see that the top left comes to the point over here. Then if I give the justification to top center, so this is the top center. Now if I give the justification to top right, now you can see that the text is moving as per the justification you are making. So this is the middle left, right? So the middle of the object is here, and it is aligned to left, and then you have the middle center, then you have the middle right. Now you can see how it is changing. So bottom left, right? So bottom left, so this is the bottom, and then you have the bottom right, right? So this is how it works. Now apart from this, you can try once you do it. So I make it a left alignment, but I will going to tell you about something called the fit option. So you can have the middle option over here. So you have tried it. So fit option is basically what you do is two control points are developed. Let's say if I want to write this particular text, so if I change it, so what is happening is I am fitting that particular text in a particular start point and end point. So let me stretch it to a point. I put it over here. Now whatever you write in the fit justification will be written in these 2 points. So these two control points you can see. So let's change it to write it like Skill-Lync AutoCAD course. So what is happening is, now you can see the entire text is fitted in these 2 points. So what is happening, the width is getting narrow, but the height remains the same. The good thing about is that height remains the same. But if you want to have a uniformity on the text height and the width, so you can take the option called aligned option. Now in the aligned option, what is happening is the text height and the width ratio are same. So now let's say if I change it to like course is going on. Now you can see that the more text, now the height is also reducing and the width is basically adjusted as per the height. So if I write few objects over here, let's say few letters over here, let's say if I write only AutoCAD, so you can see that the height will adjust. It is not getting narrowed as in the fit option. So we have discussed about some of the options in the text, now in the single line text. Now let's go with the major thing called the text style, about the font that you're writing. So to get the font, to fix the text style, you have the st command for the text style. So you have got different kind in this particular dialog box. You can set the style of the text. For example, if I say I want to have a style called Skill-Lync 1. So this is the style that I am creating, and for this basically I have a font name as, let's say I take it as Arial. So I go top and take the font name as Arial. So here I go and take it Arial, and here you can make it a bold for this. So you can see the preview over here. If you take the height over here in the style, so you cannot change the height while you are writing the text. Remember, when we were writing the text, the AutoCAD was asking us about the height. But let's say if I want to have a fixed height of, let's say 9 inches in the model space, so I cannot basically give a varying height when I am using this text, right? So this is how. So you want to have it annotative. If you make it annotative, then the same thing, the paper height text will be asked for. But let's not worry about it. Let's make it in the model text height as 9 inches. And then you have the width factor. So if you increase the width factor, you can see that the width will be increasing as compared to the height. So if you make it 5 times, so you can see it becomes narrow. If you create 0.5, so you can have the width factor 1, and you can see with the angle also you can have it 0. You can have it upside down or a backward, depending upon what you want. But right now we have a Skill-Lync style. So in order to make it work, you have to make it current, and so that the text that you write now will be using this particular text style. So I start from here. Let's say I use it. I say DT command is the text style, and let's say angle is 0, and here now you can see the height. It is not asking for the height because it is already so this is how the text is written after the font is changed. Now if you see the properties of the text, you will see that the style is Skill-Lync here. So now let's say I go here and I click ST, and I create another style as, let's say, Skill-Lync 2. So what is happening is, so here what we are taking a different font. Let's say I am taking a font as a Berlin Sans FB, and I use as a regular, and I give the text height as 0, and rest is the same. So I make it apply and close. So now if I want to change this object to the text style that I have created, so I can click on the properties and I say Skill-Lync 2. Now this is fine. I am transferring the text style to this particular created text. Also I can do the match property. Let's say I can match the property of this and change the text style of this object. So match can be done. And if I write the text by DT command, so you find that now it is asking for text height because we have mentioned 0 as a text height in the style. So let's say if you want to have the text style as 24 inches, so you put the rotation angle as 0 and say something like Skill-Lync classes. So this is how the texts are styles are made. So now if you look into it, if you write the text command, so you can find that the style option is there. It shows about Skill-Lync 2, and all the justification option also you can do it from here that we have studied. Okay, so coming back to it now, this is what the single line text. If you want to edit the text, you can go with ED command and click on it, and then you can say, okay, fine, I want to change the text as AutoCAD 20 AutoCAD class, right? And let's say if I want to change some of them, let's say I can go with ED command, and let's say I would want to write that bedroom, and if I want to change the style of it, so I select it, go to the properties and change the style over here and make it as something that you want it to do. So here is basically the single line text. So when you are adding an annotation or something kind of, let's say here we have a bunch of single line text. So if you have a stiffener over here, so this is a block object, so you can see, so it's an external reference over here, and let me go and see if the text can be edited. I think all are external reference, so that's fine. But since these are reference object also, but these are having the text properties. So now there is another text which is we call as the multi-line text, and apart from that you can see that this text style can be invoked from this arrow from here, and there are the scale of the text. So we talked about the existing, you can do the scaling of the text, like how much big or how much small you can do. The command is text scale. So this is the scale option that you can see, that scale text. The command is scale text. So if you want to scale this text, so you can have the command called scale text. Command is there, and then select the object. And so you can see that when we say that scale text, it talks about select object and then say existing, and you can have the new model height, or you can give a value to it to which you want to do. For example, if you want to use a scale factor, let's say I want to scale it 3 times, so it increases the scale 3x of the height it was previously. Okay, so now we were talking about, and there are a bunch of tools in the Express tools. So in the text you can have text effect, text mask, explode text, justify text. We can discuss this Express tools. So Express tools are basically extra tools in AutoCAD which are used to optimize the speed, or have some additional function. So they do not come with an original software, so you need to install the Express tools so that you can have more tools over here. So there is a beautiful command called arc test and arc align text and text mask. So we can do some of them, but let's see what the multi-line text is all about. So we have the multi-line text. So here in the multi-line text is just like a Word document file. So you create a first corner, you create the second corner. Now you can write let's say normal. So for that you can select the style that you are want to do. Let's say you can select a standard style. So if you want to use, let's say, more style over here, click on it. So let's say I want to use Skill-Lync 1. So this will affect all text object using this style. No, not just a selection. Do you want to change? Yes. So now you can see that I have changed and then you have this height of the text. So let's say I want to have a height of 1 inch, or let's say you want to have a different height. So you can change it from here in the multi-line text. So I want to make it as 6 inches. So I can, or let's say I want to have a different value, 9 inches. So you can see that it will keep on changing over here. So let me put it like this. So I'll say note. So now the height is 9 inches right now, and so ed command. So you can see over here. So then you have this value called, if you want to select a font apart from the style, so you can override it over here. Let's say I want to select this font, and all the dimensions are in mm. So now what it's doing is I'm overriding the style are in foot and inches, foot and inches. So you can see that what you're doing is you have taken the font from here, and then you can do an underlining option. It is same as like in MS Office. You can do the italics part, you can have the top indented, and you can change the color of it, right? So there are a lot of things that you can do with the multi-line text, and you can change. So you can have the justification over here, so it is top left. So there are certain things, more things. Let me change the color over here, and let's say, so if I want to change the paragraph, let's say I press enter, right? All the drawings are as per specification. So I'm writing something. Now let's say if I want to change the font, so now you can see that the bullets have also come here, and so you have the bullets and numbering. You can obviously put it off, and then you can have a different color to it, right? And you want to remove the underlined option from here, right? So press enter, and then you can also have the if you want to have the bullets, let's say all the drawings have the updates. So I have this particular text over here, and I want to bullet these two texts. So I go here in the bulletin numbering. So you can do the numbering part also if you want to reduce the size of the text. So select it, and you can reduce it to a part where whatever you want. So this is how basically the multi-line text works. And if you want to add some special characters, like let's see what are the characters we can add over here. So apart from, like for example, you can have dynamic columns, insert columns, so you can use this one, and then you can do a spell check. Like for example, you want to do a spell check if there is a spelling error, so you can have this checking over here whenever you want. So you can have a dictionary over here. So if you want to find something, let's say I want to find the word drawings, and you can see that it is found over here, and I want to replace with the layouts or sheets. So find next. Now you can see that you're replacing it. So it's same as and the ruler. Let's say if you don't want to show the ruler, right? In case you want to show the ruler, or you don't want to show the ruler. And then if you want to add some symbols, like for example, there are symbols like the diameter symbol, or as the flow line symbol, or the degree symbol. So these are the things that you can do. Apart from that, you can add the fields like you can whatever, today, the date, today's date, or let's say I want to add the field over here, today's date, so it is directly taken from the timer over here. So you can also have the creation date, all the information that is there, like the device name or the file name, so let's say uppercase. So these things you can basically import it in the text. So this is how you work in the multi-line. And then you if you want to basically create some more interesting facts, so you go for the ed command to edit the multi-line text. So this is so if I want to edit the text over here, I edit the text here, and then you can see that there are certain options like the mask and the remove character formatting and other things. So again it is changed because it is the overridden has been removed and it takes the style. So you have cleared the override, and that's how it's a very interesting options. So there are a lot of things that we can do. You can explore more of it if you look into it, all the tools, and then after you do it, you close the editor. So the question is, if there is a d-text, let's say if I write something in the single line text, so can I change it to the multi-line text? So if I write, let's say something as like this, right? So yeah, we can do that. So let's see what are the options that is so you have the editing text is done, and right, so then you have the justify option. I have taken creating text, controlling the display, okay, annotation is done, and multi-line text. So we talked about how to change the color, background angle, so right. So most of the thing, then you have the bullets and numbering, combine paragraphs, columns, and symbol and field, spell check. So I can do a spell check over here. Let's say I want to do a complete spell check, so command is spell. So now it will say entire drawing, so you start from here, so it will keep on checking the spellings of the entity inside the AutoCAD drawing file. So here we are. So you have the editing text, you changed the scale text and justify text, we have done about it, and now we will be doing a combined text. So so this is the command here, is the tx to mtext. That means single line text txt to mtxt. So select the single line text and enter. Now once you do it, now if you edit it, you find that if you do ed command, so it is now converted into a mtext command, mtext option. So this is what we will be doing, some application based on the learnings that we have done, and we'll create some tables further, and we'll be doing some layouts and documentation based on the learnings that we have done today. So hopefully in the next part I will be taking the tables and dimensions ahead. Thank you.